A devastating earthquake struck near the coast of Japan early this morning, triggering tsunami warnings and causing widespread destruction. Here's everything we know about the situation and its potential consequences. At 4:32 AM JST on April 27, 2026, a powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Miyagi Prefecture, Japan. The epicenter was located approximately 50 kilometers southeast of Sendai, at a depth of about 10 kilometers. Tremors were felt as far away as Tokyo, where buildings swayed, causing widespread panic among residents. Within minutes, the Japan Meteorological Agency issued tsunami warnings for the northeastern coast, predicting waves that could reach heights of up to 3 meters. Eyewitness reports described chaotic scenes as people rushed to evacuate coastal areas, seeking safety from the impending danger. The first tsunami wave hit around 5 a.m., inundating several coastal towns and leading to extensive flooding. This earthquake is particularly alarming due to its proximity to the Fukushima nuclear plant, which is located approximately 80 kilometers from the epicenter. The region is notorious for its seismic activity, having experienced numerous earthquakes in the past, notably the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. However, this quake has already led to significant destruction and loss of life, raising concerns about the resilience of infrastructure and emergency preparedness in the area. Initial estimates indicate that at least 150 people have been confirmed dead, with hundreds more injured, underscoring the severity of the situation. The impact of this disaster is profound, not only in terms of immediate casualties, but also in its longer-term implications for the region's recovery. Emergency services are working tirelessly to assess the damage and provide aid to those in need. The economic ramifications could be severe, particularly for local businesses already struggling due to previous disasters and ongoing pandemic-related challenges. As the country grapples with the aftermath, questions arise about the adequacy of building codes and disaster preparedness protocols. Looking ahead, the Japanese government is likely to reassess its disaster response strategies and bolster infrastructure resilience. The urgency to enhance community preparedness and response systems has never been more critical. As recovery efforts unfold, a focus on rebuilding communities and ensuring that lessons are learned will be essential to mitigate the impact of future seismic events. The commitment to improving safety measures will shape Japan's resilience in facing such natural disasters in the future. The immediate consequences of today's earthquake are severe, with reports indicating that the tremors registered at a magnitude of 7.2, striking near the coastal areas of Miyagi Prefecture. Local hospitals are overwhelmed with patients suffering from injuries, and authorities are struggling to provide adequate medical care amidst the chaos. Thousands of residents have been displaced, forced to evacuate their homes as aftershocks continue to rattle the region. Many are without power or access to clean water, raising urgent concerns about health and sanitation. In response to the crisis, the government has declared a state of emergency in Miyagi Prefecture, facilitating the deployment of additional resources for rescue and recovery efforts. Miyagi Prefecture has a history of seismic activity, being one of the areas most affected by the catastrophic 2011 earthquake and tsunami. That disaster reshaped disaster preparedness in Japan, with infrastructure improvements and public education campaigns designed to mitigate future risks. However, today's earthquake underscores the ongoing vulnerability of this region. The economic impact is also significant. The region, known for its fishing and agriculture, could face long-term repercussions that might hinder its recovery for years to come. Major ports and fishing fleets have been damaged, threatening livelihoods and food supply chains. The tourism sector is likely to suffer as well, with potential visitors deterred by safety concerns and the destruction of local attractions. On an international scale, Japan's response to this disaster will be scrutinized, as it could influence global perceptions of disaster preparedness and response. Japan has long been regarded as a leader in earthquake resilience, and how effectively it manages this crisis will be closely observed by countries around the world. For the average person, this event serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by communities in earthquake-prone regions. It raises critical questions about the resilience of infrastructure and the effectiveness of emergency response systems, which are essential for saving lives during such catastrophes. As recovery efforts unfold, attention will turn to rebuilding initiatives that prioritize not only immediate needs, but also long term sustainability and preparedness. The resilience of Miyagi's communities will hinge on both local and international support in the coming months as the region works to restore stability and rebuild its economic foundations. Japan has once again been shaken by a powerful earthquake, a stark reminder of its precarious position along the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area notorious for its seismic activity. This latest event has raised alarms about the effectiveness of the nation's extensive earthquake preparedness initiatives, including stringent building codes and sophisticated early warning systems. In the wake of previous disasters, notably the catastrophic 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, Japan had taken significant steps to bolster its disaster response protocols. However, experts have increasingly warned that geological factors may lead to more frequent and intense seismic events, challenging the efficacy of existing measures. In recent years, key decisions by government officials have come under scrutiny, particularly funding cuts to local disaster management programs that could have improved community resilience. These choices often reflect a delicate balance between fiscal responsibility and the imperative of public safety. The repercussions of this earthquake are profound, impacting not only infrastructure, but also the psychological well-being of citizens who live in constant fear of the next tremor. As Japan contemplates the aftermath, the historical context of its seismic challenges will play a vital role in shaping future policies. The nation's approach to disaster preparedness must evolve, integrating lessons learned from past experiences while addressing current vulnerabilities. Increased investment in community-level preparedness and innovative technologies will be essential to enhance resilience against future seismic threats. Looking ahead, the government must prioritize a comprehensive review of disaster response strategies, ensuring that the safety of its citizens remains paramount in the face of inevitable geological challenges. The path forward requires a commitment to proactive measures that not only safeguard lives, but also restore public confidence in the nation's ability to withstand future earthquakes. In the coming days, the focus will be on search and rescue operations, with teams working around the clock to find survivors. This disaster follows a series of significant seismic events that have raised concerns about Japan's earthquake preparedness. Japan is situated on the Pacific Ring of Fire, making it one of the most seismically active regions in the world. Despite its advanced technology and rigorous building codes, the sheer scale of this disaster may challenge even the most prepared response strategies. Experts predict that the death toll may rise as more information becomes available and rescue efforts continue. Within a week, the government will likely assess the damage and begin discussions about long-term recovery plans, including infrastructure rebuilding and support for affected communities. International aid is expected to flow in, with countries offering assistance to Japan during this crisis, reflecting the global solidarity often seen in the wake of natural disasters. However, the potential for aftershocks remains a concern, as smaller tremors could complicate rescue efforts and pose additional risks to both survivors and rescuers. The psychological impact on affected individuals and families cannot be overlooked, as trauma from such events often lingers long after the physical scars have healed. In the coming weeks, we will need to monitor the economic impact on the affected regions, particularly in sectors like tourism and agriculture that are vital to local economies. The government's response to rebuilding efforts will be crucial in restoring public confidence and ensuring community resilience. As Japan confronts these multifaceted challenges, it is likely that this disaster will prompt a reevaluation of its earthquake preparedness strategies, emphasizing stronger infrastructure and enhanced early warning systems to safeguard against future seismic threats. What will be the long-term implications of this disaster on Japan's disaster preparedness? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily deep dives.